Hi everybody. This is Mrs. Esther Rani, Assistant Professor of English, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today we are going to deal with the listening comprehension and phonetics, a very important part of English. So coming to the listening comprehension. What is listening comprehension? What is its importance in academics? Usually, listening comprehension in today's life, children, they are facing many problems in listening comprehension and writing comprehension. Let us first see the listening comprehension. Today, listening comprehension is very important in academics. Every competitive examination, it is having one of the questions regarding listening comprehension. Listening comprehension means a passage or a note or a story or some evidence that was given to the students to listen thoroughly and to answer the questions given below. So listening comprehension is very tough task. Writing comprehension and reading comprehension is rather easy when compared to the listening comprehension. Why? Because we people, we are non-native speakers of English. Usually, this listening comprehension we get from native speakers of English. So understanding their language is a bit tough. For this, we need to practice a lot. So listening comprehension is such a comprehension where we have to hone the skills of listening. And listening comprehension completely different from reading comprehension. Here, all the aspects of listening we have to meet. All the aspects of listening means listening, remembering, then applying. All these we have to meet in listening comprehension. And once we listen, all these listening comprehension passages, they are permitted to time limit first of all. That's why listening comprehension is bit difficult when compared to reading comprehension or writing comprehension. This listening comprehension, it is, when we see the importance of this listening comprehension, it is very important skill in language learning actually. And it's the source of speaking, writing and reading skills also. And we need to train our listening skills. And to say that it is very important listening activity, which means where we have to pay attention actively to what you are listening to. Means complete concentration must be on listening passage only. For that, you see, we have to make it a habit to listening to audiobooks, podcasts, news, songs, etc. and to watch videos and films in foreign languages actually. And a review of correlational and intervention studies which indicate that many languages and cognitive skills contribute to listening comprehension, which includes working memory, attention, vocabulary, grammatical knowledge, inferencing, theory of mind, and comprehension monitoring. All these are needed in listening. We have to correlate all these things while listening to our comprehension. So although limited in number, studies, experts indicate that these skills are malleable, which means very flexible. Coming to the meaning of, let us discuss the meaning of this listening comprehension. Listening comprehension is more than just hearing. See, as we already discussed, listening and hearing, they are completely different from each other. Listening is completely different and hearing is completely different. What is this difference? Hearing is what we hear without our knowledge. Listening means we have to concentrate on the part what we are going to listen. So listening is a process of receiving, means what we are listening, we have to receive and keep it in mind. Constructing means while in the process of receiving the message, so we need to construct the meaning from and responding to the spoken, like what we say that verbal and non-verbal messages also. So in the process of listening or in the process of receiving, we need to construct the meaning of the passage what we are going to listen and respond to the verbal and non-verbal messages that were hidden in the passage. And moreover, finally, we can say that listening is an active process. When the person who is listening to the message or a story or anything, comprehension part, if he is not active, listening will not be fulfilled. Then here you see, we can say that listening comprehension is a cognitive. What is cognitive? Here cognitive is related to the acquisition of knowledge. It's nothing but listening comprehension means we acquire knowledge actively, in which listeners based on their schemata. Schemata means the frames developed along our life-based or experiences or stories, whatever it is, which interpret whatever they listen. So in this process of listening comprehension, various components are there, which enhance our listening skills. So let us move on to the components of listening comprehension. So according to the Chester in 1988, listening comprehension is divided into 4 components. The first one is ability to differentiate all the sounds, intonation pattern, and voice qualities. Why? Here once again I would like to tell you, ability to differentiate all the sounds. Intonation pattern means here it's very important in the process of listening. You see, as actually we are non-native speakers of English, we don't know, English is a second language for us. We are not like native speakers of English while pronouncing the words. The pronunciation of native speaker is completely different from the pronunciation of non-native speaker. That's why the listener, he must have the capability to differentiate all the sounds. And he must have the capability of acquiring intonation patterns and voice quality also he has to differentiate. So this is one of the component of listening comprehension. And the second one is understanding of the whole message. The listener, he has to understand the whole message, whether it's a story or whether it's an essay or whether it's a historical document or a research paper, whatever it is. The person who is listening to the comprehension, he has to have the complete understanding of the message or comprehension passage, we can say that. Or else, see, he cannot understand. Or else he cannot understand the whole message. Then, third one is ability to hold the message in one's auditory memory. This is very, very, very important. So, auditory memory means memorizing what you have listened. First of all, we need to distinguish all the sounds, intonation pattern and voice qualities. And next is the whole message you need to understand. And the third one is auditory memory. It's very important. Acquiring auditory memory means fall on memory, everything, what all the incidents related to that particular thing is you need to memorize until it can be processed, until it can be converted into other receiving or answering questions or anything. And then fourth one is understanding unfamiliar topics by relying more than linguistics cues. Understanding unfamiliar means dates, days, very important characteristics. And then whatever it is, when we sit for the listening comprehension in the examination hall, every student will feel that the passage is unfamiliar to him only. So all these unfamiliar topics, they by relying more on the linguistic clues, so we can understand them. What are they? Like chronological order, dates, and then persons involved in that, and then incidents involved in that. All these things, you see, if you understand that, familiar topics will be unfamiliar topics will become familiar topics, so that we can understand comprehension easily. Listening comprehension will become easy when we follow these components successfully. And then the next one is, for the effective listening comprehension, we need to follow a few methods. So here we are moving to methods to achieve effective listening of comprehension. So here I say these are very important methods for the effective listening of comprehension. We have three methods. First method is set the purpose. Every student, or first of all, let me talk about the faculty or the teacher. Teacher should set a purpose before the student, or student needs to understand the purpose for listening to get an experience from. Means every student who is going to listen comprehension, he has to set a purpose before him for the successful understanding of listening comprehension. So here, having an explicit purpose in this essay will help the students to know where to focus, enable them to achieve success. Means when they listen properly, the listening comprehension, after setting a purpose before them, they can focus on that properly, and which enables them for to achieve their success in listening comprehension. So, in a simplified manner, we can say that every student who is listening comprehension has to set a purpose before him. And the next one is set a stage. It's nothing but environment. Environment around the student. So, getting ready to listen is like getting in a zero or warming up, because he doesn't know what is listening comprehension means. Might be he has tried a lot. He just he did a lot of practice on that. But once when he sat before the examination, it's what we call that warming up. So a good first step in setting the stage is to tell students the purpose for listening. Every teacher has to alarm the student about their purpose for listening, why they are listening. They have to set this method before the student. Second step is prepare environment. What is preparing environment? Environment where they are sitting and listening comprehension must be comfortable. So there in that environment, there shouldn't be any noise, background noise, we can say that. So every student should sit in an appropriate configuration. So these are very important. Usually, see, whenever we have some sort of noise, background noise or anything, see, we cannot concentrate on the a task, what is there before us. Then the third one is telling the students that what will transpire after they have listened are three ways to set the stage for listening. Means what is next. Third one is what is next. Means after setting the goal or after setting the purpose, having a comfortable zone, that is environment, how they are going to deal with the comprehension passage. So these are this is the second method to achieve effective listening comprehension. Next one is provide a follow-up. Very important thing is, after achieving two methods, after following those two methods, follow-up is also very important. Students, immediately after the students have listened, hold them accountable for whatever it was that they were attending. Means every faculty must be at the back of the student. Follow-up is very important. After listening comprehension, student is accountable to what he has listened, what he has to do next. Many times, this follow-up will be, like they practice in a written format or something is on paper. Trial method, they'll do that. So this is very good method. So such follow-up, every faculty should follow up the student in these methods. So if you go in such a follow-up, say that enables the students to see what they are able to ascertain while listening, thus serving a authentic assessment of sorts. Means it leads to success, nothing but in short, it leads to success. If they follow these three methods for effective listening comprehension, so student definitely he'll just get the success. So listening comprehension passage I would like to conclude in such a way. It is a instruction like a integral part of reading and writing incorporated these multiple languages and cognitive skills also. So following all these components, all these methods into existing instruction, such as a book reading or reading comprehension instructions, following all these things, if the student hone all these skills, definitely he'll get a very good marks in listening comprehension when he sit before the competitive examination. Okay, so let us move on to a very important topic, which is phonetics. Phonetics is very important to enhance your language pronunciation skills, we can say that. So when we go for the definition of this phonetics is the branch of linguistics that deals with the sounds of speech and their production, combination, description and representation by written symbols. What are these written symbols here? In our English language, alphabet are the written symbols, nothing but A to Z. A, B, C, D till Z. These are written symbols. So this phonetics, it's a branch of linguistics which deals with the sounds of speech, all the sounds which comes from these alphabets that produce some sort of sound which combines together, gives description and represented by these symbols. And coming to the origin of phonetics, the word phonetics is a Greek adjective. It's a Greek adjective which means sound or voice. Once again, I tell you, the word phonetics is a Greek adjective which means sound or voice. In lots of languages, each letter represents by one sound. Like, say for example, our native language, mother tongue, Telugu, we can say that. A is a letter or alphabet, we can say that. It gives only one sound. With A, we can give whatever the sound that we do that represents the alphabet. A. So it is easy to try and pronounce the word. Language, mother tongue is very easy for us. But English is not that. We can't go in such a way. And moreover, second thing is we are non-native speakers of English, we cannot. But we have to hone the skill first. When we see letters in English word, they won't always pronounce with the same way. No. One letter will give many other sounds. Let us take the example of C here. In the word cup, C-U-P, cup, the letter is C, which gives the sound of S, cup. So the word C-U-P, it's giving the pronunciation cup, k, k. But that's the difference, different in the word place, P-L-A-C-E. Here, C, which is giving the sound of S, place. Previously, See, you pick up starts with C only, but it is giving the pronunciation K. And here in the place, C is giving the sound of S, place. When C is next to H, means when C and H club together, CH in a word like chocolate. See, this is really a funny word, chocolate. CH in this chocolate, 2 times we gave C. 2 times we are getting C. CHOCOLATE. So first 2 letters CH together is giving the sound of ch. Ch. Don't forget that we have taken the letter C. Don't forget we have taken the letter C. In a cup, we are getting the sound. We are pronouncing cup as k, and we are pronouncing the word place with s. And when C is clubbed with CH, ch. Ch. And again, the next COLATE, CHOCOLATE. Here, second C is giving the sound of K. Chocolate. Chocolate. But in the word ache, ACHE, here also C and H together. But here it is giving again the sound of K again. See the fun of the language, English language. One alphabet only, in a different way we are pronouncing. That's why we need to learn phonetics. Phonetics is very important speaking skill, where we have to work hard on this again and again. We have to practice and practice and practice. Then we can understand. We can go near to the native speakers of English. And here, that's why the International Phonetic Alphabet is such a great tool for English students to practice their pronunciation. In 1886, you see, like a group of phoneticians from various countries like France, Germany, like Britain and Denmark met at a place to discuss the adoption of the universal system of pronunciation. So all together they met, discussed, and they have given us a universal system of pronunciation where we need not deviate ourselves. We can learn English pronunciation perfectly with this international phonetic alphabet. In this international phonetic alphabet, every sound has its unique symbol. So when we read it, we know exactly how to pronounce the English word. Here I have given examples in the slide. THOUGH, tho. THOUGHT, thought. COUGH, cough. Thought, cough. Here, OUGH is common in all these 3 words, which gives the same sound. So this is the result of hard work of these phoneticians who are from Greece, France, Germany, Britain and Denmark. Let us move on to the classification of the sounds. In most languages, speech sounds which are produced by human speech organs. What are human speech organs? Do you know that? Human speech organs are lips, then teeth, tongue, then vocal cords. All these we call speech organs, which are classified into vowels and consonants. Vowels and consonants. Generally, when we speak about the English alphabet, as we know very well, English alphabet are 26. But with those 26, you see, we cannot get different sounds. That's why these 26 letters, alphabet, gave 44 sounds. Means these produce 44 sounds. For this reason, one letter is used to produce more than one sound. More than one sound. So let us go for the classification of these sounds. So sounds are divided into two categories. One, vowel sound. Second one is consonant sounds. First one is vowel sounds. Second one is consonant sounds. What are vowel sounds? As you know, vowels are 5 in number. Literally, when we speak about vowel sounds, these are 5 in number. A, E, O, U. A, E, O, U. These are vowel sounds. But out of these 5 vowel letters, we get 20 sounds. Means 5 vowel letters gives rise to 20 sounds. Then how these vowel sounds that we produce? These vowel sound is produced when the air comes out of mouth. When air comes out of mouth freely without any blockage, closure in the mouth cavity, or by the tongue, teeth or lips, etc. Here in 5 vowel sounds, you see, U is will not come under from vocal cords. It comes under from mouth. It comes from mouth. U, U, A, E, O. So these 4 letters, alphabet, which like vowels, they come from vocal cords. And U, it's a different vowel letter. So it comes from mouth. U. Next. Let us see the organs of speech. Just now we have discussed about the organs of speech. Here, a clear picture of organs of speech I have given. The outward, here you could see, outwardly we could see lips. Lips that we could see, which produce sound. Then teeth. Then teeth. Then after that, so here, just at the upper part, alveolar ridge. Upper ridge we call that. Alveolar ridge, the hard part. And then palate. This yellow passage is palate we call that. Oral cavity also we can call. And this part is velum. Velum. And here we have tongue, and it's the root which goes. And here larynx we have, which we call vocal cords. Larynx, vocal cords. From here only the sound comes mainly. And nasal cavity also that we have. Nasal cavity. Some sounds we get from nose. So these are nasal sounds we call that. Sounds which come from nose. That's why whenever we caught with a cough or a cold, the sound we cannot produce properly. The sounds which comes from nasal cavity cannot be produced in a right way. So let's go for, as we have seen organs of speech, let's go for consonant sounds. We'll discuss elaborately like consonant sounds and vowel sounds here, how we are going to produce them, like pronounce them, and what sort of sound can be produced out of this. Before we go, we discussed deeply consonant sounds. Let us think about what are these voiced and unvoiced consonants. So here in this slide, I have given voiced and unvoiced consonants. Here, see the letters, the consonants which are in blue color, they are unvoiced. And the letters which are in white color, they are voiced. What is the difference between voiced and unvoiced? When you keep your hand like this on your throat, so when you start pronouncing a word, if you get some sort of vibration here, we call them voiced. Voiced. Z, the, g, d. So when you like pronounce these words, some sort of like vibration that you get here. If the sound is without any vibration, s, sh, sh, so these sounds are unvoiced. So this is the difference between voiced and unvoiced, which plays a vital role in pronunciation part. Okay, let's go for the consonant sounds. 24 consonant sounds that we have. 24 consonant sounds we have here. Out of these 24 all consonants what you have in the slide, they depict like our English alphabet only. P, which is just like our English alphabet. B, T, D, F, V, M, N, H, K, G, Z, S, L, R, W. All these are just like how we have English alphabet. But 9 sounds are there here which are completely different from English alphabet. They are the, ch, j, sh, j, yeah. So these are 9 consonants which are completely different. Let's go with the pronunciation part. The first letter P. P, which gives the sound of P. P. When you pronounce this P, upper lip and lower lip come closer. They'll be in contact with each other while pronouncing P. P. Pin. Pin. So when both the lips touch together and open, the sound produce. Okay. So the next one is B, which gives the sound of B. B. Bad. 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 Here also both the lips come closer and produce the sound. Coming to the next letter, next consonant letter, T, alphabet. T. 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 T gives the sound of T. Tin. Tin. Indianized pronunciation, anglicized pronunciation. 2 types of pronunciations that we have. Anglicized pronunciation is native speakers pronunciation. Indianized pronunciation is our pronunciation. When we pronounce the word tin, tin, the tongue will touch upper ridge, alveolar ridge. But when we go for the anglicized pronunciation, tin, tin. So the tip of the tongue will touch at the beginning of the upper teeth. Tin, 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 tin. Next consonant letter is D, which gives the sound of D, D, dog, 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 dog. So Indianized pronunciation, dog. Anglicized pronunciation, dog, dog, dog. There's a lot of difference. Dog. The next one, F, gives the sound of, or it will be pronounced as, means the upper teeth must be on lower lip. Upper teeth must be on lower lip. 5. 5. So what is Indianized pronunciation? Here it is 5. We say 5 as 5. But anglicized pronunciation 5. 5. 5. the upper teeth must be on the lower lip. In the same way, van also. Van. The upper teeth must be on lower lip. And in the same way, the third row, W is there. The W also will give the same. Work. Work. So, the upper teeth will touch the lower lip, which gives the sound of not wa. Work. Work. So, the next two sounds, consonant sounds, the and the. The is just like a mathematical symbol, theta. So, here you see, thin, that, thin, that. So, Indianized pronunciation, how we pronounce, non-native speakers, how we pronounce thin, thin. But when it goes to native speakers, that is anglicized pronunciation, it's like a thin, thin, thin. The tongue, tip of the tongue must touch the edge of the upper teeth. Thin, thin, that. So when you practice these sounds, then only you'll get perfection. It's not like a fun session. So the people, those who want to reach anglicized pronunciation, native speakers pronunciation, they have to practice. The next one is M, which gives the sound of This is voiced. Keep your fingers on your throat and just pronounce it. So here you get some sort of vibration, which we call voiced. So, like close both upper lip and lower lip and gives the sound from vocal cavity. The next one is also N, which gives the sound of So, M and N, and they comes from nose. When we close both the lips, sound comes from nose. Just practice and see. So, the sound comes from nose. In the same way, next letter is elongated N. Elongated N. Thing. ING sound this is. This is ING sound. Thing. So, sound comes from nose. Nasal letters these are. Nasal sounds, we can say that. The next one is H. Gives the sound of half. So, when we half close our mouth, in between two teeth, upper teeth and lower teeth, the air will come out. Air will come out. Half. Coming to the next consonant, ch it is. It is cha sound. So, T and elongated T and lengthy S, we can say that. Put together gives the pronunciation ch. Church. Native speakers, Indianized pronunciation is church. But anglicized pronunciation is church. Both the both the sides of the tongue should touch the upper ridge, alveolar ridge. Then the sound or air comes out. Church, not church. Then the next one is D and third type of Z this is, isn't it? Put together, we get the sound J. Jam. jam. It's not jam. We pronounce as a jam. It's not jam. It's jam. Jam. The next one is K, which gives the sound of K. K-I-N-D, kind, is pronounced by Indians or non-native speakers. We can say that, not Indians, non-native speakers of English, as a kind. Simply, we go for kind. But anglicized pronunciation is kind. 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 So the next one is G, which gives the sound of G. Letter is G only, but the sound is G. G. Gun. Gun means we have to stop and release the air. Gun. Gun. Understand? And the next one is, next consonant sound is S. The sound is S. Say. Say. Have you seen the difference here? S-A-Y, say. Indianized pronunciation is say. Usually, we pronounce S-A-Y as say. But anglicized pronunciation is say. Say. A. Say. Then, the next one is Z. The letter Z, consonant letter Z, which gives the sound of Z. 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 Zoo. When we ask a lay person to pronounce Z-O, definitely he'll say Jew. Jew. It's not right. Jew is Indianized pronunciation. Jew is Indianized pronunciation. But anglicized pronunciation is Z. So the sound must come forcibly through the, like a curved tongue. Z. In between upper teeth and lower teeth. Z. Usually we have Zoom meetings, isn't it? Nowadays, you see, we used to attend Zoom meetings. It's not Zoom meeting. It's not Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting. Zoom. Zoom. And the next one is a lengthy or elongated S, which gives the sound of ship. Sh. 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 Ship. 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 The sound which comes from in between upper teeth and lower teeth, putting the tongue bit in a curved position. Shh. Both the edges of the tongue should touch alveolar ridge. Shh. So in between that, the sound should come. Then the next one is just like a third type of Z, that is J. J. This, in the same way how we pronounce ship, sh, in the same way J also, but in a bit forcibly. J. J. Upper, like both the sides of the tongue should touch the alveolar ridge, upper ridge. Then the sound or air should come forcibly through these upper teeth and lower teeth. J. J. Measure. Measure. Not measure. Usually, Indianized pronunciation is measure. 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 The next one is L. Leg. La sound. L. Then the next one is R. R is the sound run. R-U-N, run. Indianized pronunciation, R-U-N, run. That's it. But anglicized pronunciation is run. Run means we have to like put the tongue upside. Run. Turn the tongue upside. Run. Run. Then W we discussed already, work. Then J, it's like a J only, consonant J, but it gives the sound of ya. Consonant J gives the sound of ya. Many people, they get confused with J. Ja they pronounce, not ja. Ya. Yes. 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 So these are the consonant sounds. We got a thoroughness in consonant sounds, how we have to pronounce, how to keep our articulation, that tongue position, teeth position, all these things we have discussed. And let us go for vowels. So here, vowels are already that we have discussed. Though vowels are 5, they gives the they are 20. Okay, 20 sounds that we get out of 5 vowel letters. So vowels are 20. Again, these vowels, they are divided into 2 kinds. One is pure vowels or monophthongs, we call that. Pure vowels or monophthongs, they are 12 in number. They are 12 in number. And diphthongs are 18 numbers. Diphthongs are 18 number. See, here in this slide I have given monophthongs, that is pure vowels. These are just like our mother tongue pronunciation. Telugu alphabet. E, E, U, U, A, Au, all these. But here, the symbols are different. Symbols are different. The first symbol of monophthong, E, sheep, lengthy sound, long sound of E. When we have 2 dots just by the side of vowel, we get lengthiness. Sheep. The next one is just like I in our English alphabet. It gives the sound of E. 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 Ship. Ship. Dip. Tip. E. And the next one is U. It is just like U of our English alphabet, but it gives the sound of U. Good. Good. The next one is when we have 2 dots just behind that, you see, that is a lengthy sound of ooh. Shoot. 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 Food. F-O-O-D. Usually, Indianized pronunciation of food is food. Have your food. But anglicized pronunciation is food. We have to drag the sound. Food. Food. Next. A. This is E in our English alphabet, which gives the sound of A. A. Bed. Bed. A. A. Next one is opposite to E, the sound will be It gives the sound of teacher. Teacher. The sound will stop there. Teacher. Here in this teacher, R is silent. R is silent. Anchor. R is silent. The next one is where you have 2 dots by the side of, it's like a Hindi O. So, bird. Bird. Half open lips here. Bird. Bird. We have to half open. Don't open completely your both the lips. Half. Oh. Bird. The next one is door. Bit like a closed lips. Like a circle. Door. 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 And the next letter is combination of A and A. Isn't it like combination of A and A in like vowels? Combination of A and A symbol which gives the sound of A. A. Cat. mat, sat, a. And the next one is inverted V, that gives the sound of or pronunciation means the sound will stop here. We used to call half a, up, cup, tup, The next letter is just like A, this is a, and it has two dots here. Far, far. Usually we call this doctor's mouth. When you go to doctor asks to open your mouth. It's a patient's mouth actually. Not doctor's mouth. So, far, far. So the next one is on, torn, on. Means we have to put our lips round. On. So these are monophthongs. I think you understood how to pronounce these monophthongs. Once if you listen, that's not enough. You have to practice them n number of times. Then only you'll get perfection in this. In the next slide, we get these are diphthongs. These are diphthongs. What is a diphthong? Combination of two vowel sounds. All the vowel sounds means all pure vowel sounds that we see here. All the pure vowels, monophthongs that we could see here. But combination of two vowel sounds which we call diphthongs. Di means two. Di means two. Combination of two vowel sounds are diphthongs here. Let's go for the first diphthong. E and A. E and A. Put together, we get the sound ear, 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 here, here, here. Indianized sound here is here, here. But anglicized pronunciation is here. The next one is A, E. A, E together. A. Wait. Indianized pronunciation, how we pronounce this? Wait. That's it. Wait. 8. Anglicized pronunciation this is. The next one is Ua. U and A. U and A together. Ua. Tourist. We pronounce tourist like a tourist. Tourist is the right pronunciation according to native speakers of English. Anglicized we call it. Then the next diphthong is I. A and E. A and E put together. I. Boy. Toy. I. Definitely, if you give this word to non-native speaker of English, Indianized pronunciation is boy. Toy. Boy. Toy is a anglicized pronunciation. The next one is A and O. Ow. Show. Now. Here is a show, we call that. Simply, non-native speaker, Indianized pronunciation, show, we call that. Show. And then here, A and A. Next symbol is, next diphthong is A and A. Put together, air. Hair. H-A-I-R. Hair. Usually, Indianized pronunciation, how they pronounce this word? H-A-I-R, hair. We pronounce like hair. But anglicized pronunciation is hair. Then next A and E put together, I. My, not my. My is Indianized. My. My is a anglicized pronunciation. So the last one, last diphthong is A and O. Ow, ow, cow, now. When we pronounce these, see, we go with the now, cow, like this. This is Indianized pronunciation. But anglicized pronunciation, native speakers pronunciation is cow, now, like this. So, dear students, these are phonetics which give strength to your pronunciation. I think by listening all these vowels, that is monophthongs, diphthongs, consonants, importance of phonetics in your speaking skills, it enhances your pronunciation. Definitely, if you practice these, see, you'll go very near to the anglicized pronunciation. Okay, practice them. Thank you very much. And as a part of classroom activity, I have a few words before you, where you have to transcribe into like phonetic symbols. First one is each. Each. How to write each in phonetics? E, ch, each. Got it? Each. And food. F, O, D. Food. Cat. C-K. A and E combination. T. Cat. And then fun. F-U-N. Fun. Got it? Oil. Oil. Then poor. 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 It's not poor. Indianized pronunciation is poor. But poor. Poor. Then ring. Ring. R-E-G. I-N-G. Ring. Man. M-A-N. Man. So this is phonetic transcription. If you practice phonetics in this way, definitely you'll reach the anglicized pronunciation. You'll be very near to that. All the best, children. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.